What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So throughout my series, I know a lot of you guys actually want to make a lot of money, but sometimes you guys can't because you guys overcomplicate things. In this video, I'm going to be talking about ways that you can get money without having to spend much. I am going to make this guide very quick and simple for the people that are out there. I don't like dragging out guides, and I don't think guides should ever be long. If this guide did help you at all, or if you guys do want to help me through my grind to get 30,000 subscribers for YouTube rank, I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribing, liking, and commenting brings this video out to the recommended, and it does help the algorithm. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Obviously, when you first start off, nothing is ever easy. Joining into the game, making that little bridge over to the teleporter, and coming into the hub can be very overwhelming. I'm here to simplify the ways that you can make money without having to spend any. So when you very first start into the game, you need to talk to these Jerrys, because once you finish the dialogue, they'll give you 10 coins. Once you get 10 coins, you need to go to the right of spawn where you'll see the farmer merchant. Once you're here, you can purchase one rookie hoe for 10 coins. Right behind this merchant, you're going to want to go over to the forest. Upon entering the forest, you're going to see a lot of carrots. Use this time that you got with the hoe to harvest all of these carrots. You guys are going to be so surprised when I say this, but you can make 250k using this method. It's absolutely crazy. You can just start this game and already make 250k an hour. Once you get enough money, you're going to head over to the builder. You're going to come to the builder and you're going to get dirt, you're going to get stone bricks, you're going to get a water bucket, and you're also going to get sea lantern. You can use this money here to make a very classic modern pumpkin farm. So if you look here in my example, a water source could support 4 blocks of dirt. But if you also place another source 8 blocks away, it can also support 4 blocks of dirt, which means you can have an 8 wide dirt path. You want to place slabs about a block and a half up on 1 and 4. You also want to place your sea lanterns on top of the water source. The sea lantern right beside the pumpkin seed should help it make it grow faster. And the slabs are in place here so that way you can farm without ever stomping on your crops. That is how you make an efficient pumpkin farm, but unfortunately we're not going to be using this. There's another method of farming that gives you a lot more money and nearly the same amount of experience. So if you're watching this right now, I suggest you don't build this. This does give the most experience in the game once again, so if you are leveling up pets, this might be worth it. If you also don't care about money, this also might be worth it. But this guide here is to make money, so I'm going to be telling you what is actually worth it. Now, I'm not 100% sure the fastest way to farm this, but I am going to be using the Squid Kid special. If you look here at this one potato, it does have a hitbox. You can see at the very side that there is a rectangle hitbox. My positioning will be on the actual wall. On the wall, I can actually hit this hitbox right here of this potato, and I'm still in the hitbox of the other potato. If I were to spam click here, you can see that I actually hit both at once. As I'm running along the wall, you can see that I'm hitting both at once. Please make sure that you are using a replenish hoe. The reason why you want to use a replenish hoe is because it automatically replaces that seed so you don't have to replant it. Once again, I'm not too sure how fast you're supposed to run while doing this, so I'll leave that to you guys in the comments. Keep in mind, to get the most profit, you'll need a level 100 elephant pet. Make sure it's legendary so that way you can get the 4th perk. You get 25% more chance to get double crops. This also stacks with your farming level, but if you want more experience, I'd say you use a rabbit pet. Your farming minions work 30% faster, and it also boosts your farming experience by 30%. Obviously, if you're watching this, the majority of you guys can't afford it, but these are goals that you can work towards so that way you can increase your money per hour, depending on your farming level and if you have a legendary elephant pet. And if you don't have a legendary elephant pet, it can be between 1 mil and 4 mil per hour. Also remember, the higher the farming level, the more the profit. Going back to the beginning of the episode, you guys remember when I was talking about getting carrots at the very start? These carrots here are going to be the fundamental way that you guys get money in this game without spending anything. Now, I know there might be a lot of you guys who love cutting wood, but obviously breaking it with your hands is way too slow. Even using a golden axe can be very slow as well. But as you upgrade through the ranks, you can get yourself a jungle axe. The ability on the jungle axe strips down a whole bunch of wood for you. But as you get more money, you can get the tree cap. Now, the tree cap here is a way stronger version of the jungle axe. You can also cut wood for a living if you really want, but I suggest you don't because you don't really get that much money. If you are serious about foraging, I do suggest doing it at one point in the game because it does give you strength. Just remember that the more strength you have, the higher that you hit. But once again, this guide is for money and not necessarily for stats, so we'll get into that in another video. Once again, with the carrots that you farm here, you can get these things called god potions. Now, these god potions give you every single good buff in the game that can make you hit massive. You can use this buff in the end to kill zealots so that way you can get summoning eyes. The price of these summoning eyes go for about 600k each. Just know that if you somewhat have an established account and you wanted to go ahead and take the combat route, you can do this. Using this way to make money can also level up your combat skill, which will allow you to deal more damage to mobs. The more that you level up your combat, the more you do more damage. Once again, going back to the carrot farm here, once you harvested enough money to get some materials, you can head over to the builder again. This time, the stuff that you're going to want to buy is a water bucket, a lava bucket, and stone bricks. Then you're going to want to talk to the lumber merchant. At this point here, you can purchase any piece of wood. Here, you're going to be making yourself a cobblestone generator. A cobblestone generator is good because once you make it, you can keep on farming it and you don't need to invest more money into this setup. Now, personally for me, I made this one border to the next, but this is up to you. Farming this is quite easy and doesn't require a lot of attention, so I suggest that you start doing this to get some more money. Always rooting back to the carrots here. Once you harvest these, you can go ahead to the auction house and make sure you purchase a really nice weapon. You're going to want to purchase an aspect of the end because it deals some decent damage. If you farm these carrots for a while, you can get some with enchants on it, if not hot potato books that can increase the damage that you do. Just wanted to say that this aspect of the end also helps in all aspects of life when you're playing this game. Having the ability to use this to get on top of objects so that way you can get fairy souls is definitely a plus. A combination of your grappling hook so that way you can get on top of areas makes this well worth the grind. Also, if you didn't have a weapon, you can use this aspect of the end here so that way you can attack these zealots. Also, if you guys didn't know, there's a dragon egg that spawns here. This dragon egg spawns whenever people place summoning eyes in the center. You need 8 summoning eyes to spawn this, so please be careful. If you guys are also just starting the game, I don't suggest that you start doing dragons because you can lose a lot of money doing this. But there is people with a crazy amount of money that do this, so if you're in these lobbies for a little while, you can actually leech off these dragons. I suggest that you get a runen bow because they're quite cheap and you can get one with decent enchants on them. Once those top tier players end up killing these dragons, you have to make sure that you actually do damage with your bow because if you don't, you won't get these dragon fragments. Some of these dragon fragments go for really cheap. But if you're super lucky, you can get a dragon called the Superior Dragon that drops the best loot in the game. Just hitting the dragon once will give you 3 dragon fragments. The more damage you do, the more fragments you can get. But just know at bare minimum, if you get a superior dragon, you can get 600k just off that one leech. Also, if your lobby kills enough zealots, you spawn this thing called the golem. Now, you don't necessarily need to come into first place, but this golem does drop top tier loot. It can drop an epic golem that goes for about 500 to 600k. It could also drop a legendary golem, which goes anywhere from 8 mil to 9 mil. And for some big bank here, it could also drop a tier boost core that goes for about 23 mil. You can kill these zealots here that are 9,000 HP. These endermans here drop all kinds of rarities that can sell in the auction house for additional cash. If you're super lucky, it could also drop a legendary enderman that goes for about 25 mil. If you're really that dedicated, I would say that you get yourself a raider's axe because a raider's axe earns you 20 coins for each monster that you kill. And if getting that legendary pet to get you some quick cash all the way up to 30 mil bankroll, you're probably going to be needing that because if you don't actually bank out, at least you'll leave with some money that you get from your raider's axe. Just wanted to say thank you guys for coming out to this video, and if it did help you in any way, please subscribe and like because it helps me out so much. I try uploading consistently, and if you guys like the content, please subscribe. It's free, it costs nothing, and once again, I would really appreciate it because it's going to help me get that YouTube rank. But besides from that plug, thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.